Learn a little something. Take a lesson. Learn it all.
All right, so my masteries are here. Pretty standard across the board. Usually you just get one to get the next one to the right. So I have one here in Pierce. Now Pierce does come in handy in certain situations, depending on how you use it. Like this is one of the ones that I would say you get early. You know, so you rank that up to 3 early on before you open up these other things to help you get a little more damage. But once you get that, you get your lesser precision, just 1, and move it over. Now, I have 3 in precision for a very particular reason. 1, I do not find that 90, what is this, like 85. I think that's 85, yeah. 85, yeah. 85 points in crit, which is even less than the 155 that you get from a synergy, bringing someone else on the team, and even that doesn't really make that much of a difference in a fight. I do not see adding an entire precious mastery point beyond 3, because this goes all the way up to 425, right? That costs two mastery points, right? Is this thing, I'm not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Is it getting choppy? Let me know. Got a little weird thing from YouTube. Right? So boom. That's 2 points saved. Now this one I don't bring all the way up because again, I don't find cruelty damage. So like I'm gonna do a slight bit more damage on my crit attacks when they land. Going from 380 to 475. Like that would probably take me from, let's say I did a 27,000 damage crit. It'd probably take it up from 27,000 to like 27.8, 27.7-ish, somewhere around there. So for me, I don't think that it's worth an entire point. I want to use my points somewhere else that makes more sense. I have 3 encourage here. That's a no-brainer. 20% health while you're below 50%. 20% attack, I mean, sorry. Over here, I've got glass cannon. So for losing 7.2% of my health overall, I gain 7.2% attack on all champions. I don't have suicide masteries turned on right now. I have 2 in despair. I usually like 3 in despair, but I haven't unlocked it. But right now, I would have to put on 14 debuffs to completely stop their healing. But I can mitigate it a lot, so pretty good. I have 3 in deep wounds. People like Magneto, Blade, Mole Man, stuff like that, just to keep the bleeds lasting a little bit longer and get that extra burst damage. Right here, I don't have full assassin turned on because I don't find value in daily questing or doing most of the events. I don't find the extra value to have just an extra 20% points for 2 points in the last 18%. If I was doing Abyss or like that long form content, yeah, for sure, I'd turn that on. Because that last 18% lasts you like an extra 20 minutes, right? So you want to turn that on. So I save those points for now for this particular build. It's like my questing build. Over here, standard. I have block proficiency. Again, 2. Sometimes I see people max this out. I don't find value in the difference between 400 and 800 in block proficiency. Especially if I don't use block that much. It's one of the things you don't want to use. However, perfect block I have maxed out because this helps me extend my parries, my parry stun. So that is maxed out. Stand your ground just because I have to have these points in order to get the stuff over here. Recovery, 15% of all healing is increased by 15%. Which includes willpower. I have willpower at 1. This is usually at like 2 or 3 if I have suicides turned on, which is really great. It helps my champions last. So instead of losing like 20% per fight, I only lose 8 in health. And I also have collar tech turned on. 3, retrofit tech champions with a field that passively inhibits enemy power gain when attacking or being attacked by 9%. That helps out a lot, especially with like Doc Ock or Guardian, stuff like that. Over here, 3 and 3 in parry so that I can take advantage of that perfect block. So over here, you get the same amount of stun no matter which one you get. They're all 1 second. However, you get an extra amount of stun, 0.5, 0.7, and 0.1, respectively, for As you can see here, if contact is made, basic attacks, if a stun debuff, inflicts a stun debuff for 1 second, stun duration increases by up to 1 second with perfect block chance. So when you have your perfect block chance turned up to that point, you get an extra second. Anything beyond that brings it up about, I think it's like a 0.25 for like every 15 to 20%, something like that. Okay. I extend my stuns here with 0.5. This helps a lot. It doesn't sound like much, but it helps a lot when you want to double up on those combos. You know, do your medium, and then run into a full 5-hit combo. That helps out a ton. 1 in dexterity. No, I don't find a lot of value in maxing that out currently. I only have 3 out of 5 in limber, but that helps out. Some people max it out, usually for war, but I find more value kind of diversifying it among other things. If I was going up against like Labyrinth or an Abyss, like Magic or something like that, I would turn on Pacify, so that while they're stunned, then you have them pass over their power bar, so that because right here you reduce their ability accuracy by 10%, all the way up to 30%. So that helps out a lot to keep that stuff from proccing. Right here we have Mystic Dispersion at 2, which is pretty good for me. I tend not to want to take this up too high because then it's like way too hard to manage your power bar. 3 is probably about as far as I would go, especially if you're using someone like Clairvoyant, and you're just like nullifying stuff and you want to get to your SP2 and then it nullifies and pushes you to SP3 instead because you're just getting way too much power gain. So those kind of things can happen. Okay, anyway, back in.
Learn a little something. Take a lesson. Learn it all.